Good afternoon, all. Camelback Trading 2724 coming to you this Friday afternoon, December 20th. We're looking at the last 4 or 5 days of the market profile on the SPY ETF. And even with a $1.53 or $1.57 dividend, the bulls, we don't even take out yesterday's low with the dividend, make new all-time highs, bad prints all over the place. I could understand maybe the ones on the downside, but where there's prints where we've never ever traded before is really disturbing, and it totally destroys the charts and the profile at times. So when you look at the charts later, they're still going to be a mess because they keep changing. Even though I change them, I have to wait till like the whole after hours. Volume, tremendous right now. Even though it was an expiration, A period was good, but nothing spectacular. But here we are with still the after hours to come, and I'm at 124 million already. We're averaging 58 million, so very nice volume. All time frames are up. All time frames have a gap that have held. Haven't seen that, I don't think, ever. So right now, especially heading into a short holiday week, this market can continue to grind higher. As far as opportunities today, so the SPY was totally different from the ES all day, right? ES had a gap and they held their gap all day. We never had one. But early this morning, it looked like we might even, because of the dividend, be opening down here. Never got close to it. Did nothing in A, did nothing in B. As soon as B period couldn't take out the opening, C started. I got long calls as soon as we took out B's high. Kept trading them back and forth, adding on to them. I was looking for the all-time high for us and the pre-market all-time high at the time. Finally got it in D, had a nice size position, got out in D period, was a nice trade. Then we started the game. We had single prints briefly, right, for about a little over one time frame. Then we played the sideways game. We ended 9 wide. The other trade I took, and it worked out, but it took a while because it had a bit of a head fake. When F started coming down to stop the one-time framing up, I was looking for it to come down to possibly D's low or even value low. Didn't happen. So when G opened, I was looking for G to do it, but instead G did the opposite and took out F's high right away, which kind of surprised me. So I thought we'd get the all-time highs right then and there. Started a long position, and then obviously it went up a little bit in H, but I didn't get out of it. I still thought we were going to get the highs, and then we reverse went down, took a decent sized position at J's low, and then finally in K came up, popped, got out of it right when K popped to a new high for a nice trade. So only 2 trades on the day, both from the long side. I'm very happy with both of them. All right, destinations. There are 2 right now for the upside, and that is 321.14, which closed 9 wide, and then 321.45, which is now a weekly high and all-time high. We have bad prints at 391.95, 96, and 97. 6.3 million worth. It's amazing. For the downside, our first destination will be today's low of 320.37. Then the next one will be the single prints that held in A period at 320.26, gets filled at 25. And actually, I apologize. I did take a trade in A period. Now that I'm looking at it, we got down. We had traded up initially, then got down. We opened, ran straight up, came down, and got into the singles, and I went long there. And then once we went back up in A, I got out. So I totally forgot about that trade. That was a good trade. And then I got long again in C and then the other one. So I had 3 longs on the day. So the single prints held the first set. The second set, it's 1 tick at 320.11, and then 319.75 daily low, 319.53 daily low poor low, 319.48 daily low, and now 319.17 is a weekly low, and filling the gap at 318.67, a 50-point gap. So, and then we have another bad tick down at 319 and change. I forget. I have it written down. Your charts are going to be skewed. They have the low at 317 and change on the week, and they have the high as this one for the week. So I'm going to have to change them. So now let's look at the charts. Weekly, monthly. One time frame it up, 2 months. Gap is my main focus. Weekly. Well, this one right now looks like the bad tick is staying off of it, right? So we have the gap. We're one time framing up 2 weeks. Came out of a 4-week balance. One time framing up 2 weeks. Gap my main focus. Daily. Even with the dividend. Now you can see the high and the low here. Those are both wrong. Those are the bad ticks I showed you. It's that ugly looking day or weird day. One time framing up now, 8 days. Now we haven't gotten as much distance in these last 5. I mean, we had 3 days, it was very tight, then we popped yesterday, and today but realize we had the dividend today. Without the dividend, this thing would look a lot higher. So, all very healthy, all 3 time frames. I hope you had a great day and a great week trading. Have a great weekend, and we'll speak prior to the opening on Monday.